and feel it and be with us. So let's just become mindful of our breathing. Good morning. My name's Brother Mark. I'm Practitioner Emeritus here. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the meditation portion of today's service at CRS Redlands. So we'll just take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhale, we just release all that does not match, all that is divine, sacred, and holy. Just let it go. And once again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhale, we release for a count of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever's comfortable for you. Just let everything go that it took to be here in this present moment in time. And we return now to our normal breathing pattern, reminded that every breath we take is divine, every breath we take is sacred, every breath we take is a holy breath. And so simply inviting us to use this time together in spiritual community to sink deep into the center of the I am that I am, where all is well. Inviting the divine to have its way in, through, and as our very life in a bigger, bolder, and broader way. What percentage are you willing to allow this to occur? Always a choice. Noting and knowing. Spirit is always awaiting within, in us, as us, through us, for our willingness to allow it to impress, permeate, bless beyond expectation, heal with instant demonstration, manifest with no contemplation. How much good are you willing to receive this day? If a mantra will help, just think, how many blessings, how many of my blessings am I willing to proclaim today? How many blessings am I willing to proclaim today? How many blessings am I willing to proclaim today? How many healings am I willing to receive? How many of my healings am I willing to receive today? How many healings meant just for me am I willing to receive today? How many demonstrations for my highest good can I handle? Just how many demonstrations for my highest good can I handle? How many demonstrations for my highest good can I handle? Is there a personalized message for me to receive divine insight and revelation? Is there a personalized message for me to receive divine insight and revelation? Is there a personalized message for me to receive divine insight and revelation? And so with this next inhalation, just allow for the heart space to fill with gratitude. Gratitude for this time of stillness and remembering. And gratitude for any insight, healing, divine wisdom. All of it continues to percolate. All of it continues to manifest and unfold in order and with harmony and with grace. Inviting you to use your next breath to bring your awareness back to the physical form, the body temple, fully and completely. You may want to wiggle in the chair or wherever you're sitting. Tap gently the feet to the ground and the fingertips together. We're going to bring our attention back to this very present moment in time. And when you're ready and in your own time, gently allow for the outer eyes to open, the eyelids open. We become familiar with the temperature and the space and gain even more clarity for our highest and best good. This concludes the meditation portion of today's service. And to each of you, I'm so deeply grateful and thankful. Namaste.
Morning, everybody. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. For no other reason. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize a God in you. And feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. From every walk of life and every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. Well, we are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome, so's yours. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Good morning again. It's a beautiful day. Eileen.
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here at our center and in Redlands and all over the world. I'm claiming a beautiful day. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to our spiritual center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. My name is Eileen. I remember that. And I'm doing very good with that. And it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a new thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. You are always welcome here. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to properly greet you. Any first-timers? All right. Well, we have our wonderful, wonderful returners. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate in the service more fully. Good to see you all here this morning.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes to see only love, only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself and it seems I've lost my way, I go inside and quiet my mind and hear Spirit gently say, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love, there is only love, there is only love, love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
So I invite everyone to breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. With our exhale, we release and surrender all that does not match, all that is divine, sacred, and holy. Just let it go. And we're reminded by Al that indeed there's only love. Let's try to breathe that in together now. Just feel the divine love. It coats and protects, soothes, makes us free, allows us to be our full and complete selves, provides for all of our needs to be met on time every single time. Let's breathe that in together. And with our exhale out, we surrender any lower ideas, any lower frequencies, any fears, doubts, worries. And again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And claim your own unification and unity with this one that created each of us perfect, whole, complete. Nothing missing, lacking, needing, nor wanting. Divine, a child of the Most High. A masterpiece. If you can be with that idea, just proclaim for yourself, I am a masterpiece of the divine. I am the divine's masterpiece. Are you? And so today we allow, with complete realization, to allow every single blessing that Spirit is, everything good for our highest and individual best good. Let it come to us now by our willingness to receive it. How much good are you willing to receive this day? How many of your blessings? How many of your healings? How many of your divine insights and revelations are you willing to receive and proclaim for yourself this day? Spirit is always waiting to impress itself upon us in a bigger, bolder, brighter way, waiting for our permission, our free will to connect to it, to allow it. Let's think about that this day. Think about being a more open beacon, a more open receptor to receive the grace, the joy, the love, the healing, the wholeness, the abundance, the grace. It's ours. I feel like some of you and almost all of you can feel it. Can you feel it? Let's just breathe it in even deeper then. We magnify it. It's good. So we're going to proclaim peace as we always do. Peace must start within ourselves. Let's start within our own lives. Wherever there's possibly unpeace, let there be peace instead. If there's unrest, let there be peace instead. If there's uncertainty, let us use that as a seed to build faith. Now we take this peace with the capital P, that's perfect. It doesn't need anything to be added unto it. Take it now throughout our family units. Take it now throughout our spiritual community. Take it now throughout our city. When you're ready, let's explode it through the roof of the sanctuary space, throughout the entire state. Like, take it now throughout the entire United States, all of them. And we're about to go to the mountains, the seas, the desert. We'll take it to the sky as well as the cosmos, the stars. We're taking this peace that passes human understanding now, and we're united in a field where more than two are gathered in a like mind. We're going to take this peace now across the oceans. There's no borders in spirit. There's just one community, one life. Take this highest vibration and idea of peace now through all the areas in struggle, conflict, strife. Oh my, there are many. Spirit knows to make a way, to make all the crooked pathways straight. If it's possible to not have war, let's choose peace. Let's proclaim that world leaders change their mind and policies and ideas toward peace. They can just have an instantaneous revelation, does not need to be explained. It does not need a statement other than we're choosing peace now. Take this idea of peace throughout all the areas, bombing one another. We know where they're at. Spirit knows where they're at. And let's have a higher idea, a higher vibration right here and right now. See it and feel it. We'll take some moments of stillness now to just do that. We'll anchor it like a peace shield. In the Middle East, Syria, Libya, Lebanon, the Gaza Strip, Palestine, Israel, Sudan, Armenia, Ukraine, Russia, every city, village, town, border to border, north to south, east to west. In spirit, there's no borders. See all sentient beings as blessed. See humanitarian aid reach those in most critical need. The basics are direly needed. I add a quote from Lao Tzu. If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in the heart. And so we breathe in this peace. See it as the highest idea, so it takes in all the lower frequencies and vibrations into itself. That's how it transforms and makes manifest and demonstrates in the world. We bless now and see as perfect, whole, and complete all those who have called our prayer ministries. Let's start out by saying our own names, Brother Mark. Say out loud, if you wish, the names of those you're holding in prayer right now. Just say it in the sanctuary space. It's a safe space. The entire church. Be sure we included ourselves. Prayer without including ourselves is incomplete. We're going to bless Svetlana where she is for peace of mind. That's a written prayer request from Ukraine. We're going to bless Olga and the center for the perfect visioning class. They asked our community here to hold their community for the perfect visioning class to unfold with ease and with grace. And so anyone on your heart, just allow for your heart to make known out loud in the sanctuary space the names. Spirit knows the names. And do you feel like it's complete? When we do, we rest on the rock of truth. I invite you to join me in resting on the rock of truth, that it is done, that it is true, that it is so. And with a grateful heart, together we say, and so it is. So it is. Thank you, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for making the long drive to be with us. It's okay. No, you're always on time. We're so grateful to have you with us. You must know that I took the number from the book I was about to call you and check in, and I have a reading for Phoenix too later. Okay? Good to see you guys. So now our board member Eileen's going to come up, and she has a reading for the day. Thank you, Eileen.
This reading was written and posted on Facebook by Katie Kamara. You're going to like this, I promise. The greatest gift you will ever offer someone is far more precious than anything wrapped in ribbon or bought with wealth. It is the silent permission you give them to feel safe in their own skin, to breathe without fear and to embrace their true essence without the need to shrink or apologize. It's the quiet, unspoken acknowledgement that they are worthy, not because of what they do, but because of who they are in all their imperfect, raw humanity. To give someone the feeling of being enough is to hold up a mirror not to what they lack, but to the brilliance they already possess. It is to strip away the layers of doubt and insecurity that the world has cast upon them, allowing them to see themselves clearly for the first time, radiant and whole. They no longer need to strive or perform in your presence, for you have created a space for their soul can rest, where they are loved for simply being. This gift is not loud or grand. It doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It is a whisper in the quiet moments, a gentle reassurance when their confidence wavers, a steady hand when they feel unsteady. You give them permission to stand tall in their own truth, knowing that they are not too much or too little. They are, and profoundly, they are enough. When you offer this gift, you become the light in their darkest corners, the warmth in their coldest doubts. You become the one who sees them, truly sees them, beyond the masks they wear for the world. And in your seeing, they begin to believe in themselves again, trust in their own worthiness, and know that they don't have to earn love. They already deserve it. This is the gift that changes everything. It is the gift of belonging, of being seen and held without judgment, of being allowed to take up space in the world as they are. In giving this gift, you are telling them with every action and word that they are whole, worthy, and enough. And that is a gift that no one can take away.
This is a little song that was written by a 17-year-old girl. Treated me kind, sweet destiny, carried me through desperation was always there waiting for me. It took so long, but still I believed somehow the thing that I needed would find me eventually. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. Prayed through the nights, but felt so alone. Suffered through alienation, carried the weight on my own. I had to be strong, or so I believed, and now I know I've succeeded in finding the place I conceived. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing that I need. I realized a dream and visualize everything coming to me. Feel so alive, so thankful I've received the answer heaven sent down to me. Prayed through the nights, down on my knees, knowing the thing that I needed would find me eventually. Treated me kind, sweet destiny, and I'm eternally grateful for ecstasy found in release. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. Of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing that I need. I realized a dream and visualize everything coming to me. Feel so alive, so thankful I've received the answer heaven sent down to me. Prayed through the nights, down on my knees, knowing the thing that I needed would find me eventually. It treated me kind, sweet destiny, and I'm eternally grateful for destiny found in release. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need. I have a vision of love, and it's the only thing I'll ever need.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Yankee. Wow. Thank you so much. Don't go too far. So I just want to say, Good morning and welcome to CRS Redlands. Welcome, everybody, to your spiritual community. I want to thank you. I want to thank our music director, Gilman. Would you give a wave for the amazing concert that benefited our two sister centers in Ukraine? I never saw you play electric guitar till the other day. That was awesome. And you just shredded the flute, saxophone, everything. I didn't know you could do that with the flute.
Well.
You might want to check that out online if you haven't already seen it. It was remarkable. So thank you so much for your time and talent. Isn't it amazing to have beautiful musicians that kind of open our soul for service? Let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So there'll be more, yes, you can go now. There'll be more accolades for you later. So I want to thank Catherine, Isabella, Jasmine, Destiny for coming back, and Phoenix, your cousin's not today, right? Not today, but another day. We have her in our hearts. So we're going to focus on certain people. I want you to meet all of them before you leave today. That's your assignment. Does that sound good? And then we'll take turns and go from tables to tables and people to people. If you want to be next, see me. It does not meant to embarrass anybody. Also, April right there has her hand up. Make sure you say hi to April in the back too before you go today. All right. So doesn't that sound like fun? My name's Brother Mark. I'm the practitioner emeritus, and I'm a ecclesiastical person here. So it's a great honor and privilege to always be able to speak with you on Sunday. Today's topic is it's a little bit intense, but I'm going to try to make it simple. I'm going to try to simplify, but I'm also going to read more than I would normally read, some quotes. Once we had enough, we'll try to stop. When you think we've had enough, you can just go, that's good, right there. Because we get full sometimes on heady topics. Today is called First Cause, right? And in science of mind terms, we're still talking from this little book called Lessons in Spiritual Mind Healing. It was last printed way before any of you guys were born. It started in the 1940s and stopped in 1971, its printing. But to me, it's been a revelation for the last several weeks. I hope you feel the same way. And we also have a handout, so you don't have to worry. You're going to get the handout of what we're going through today. So in science of mind terms, when we say first cause, what are some of the things that come to you? And I'll just repeat them in the mic. First cause. Yeah, you said it, Holly. God, Spirit. First cause. Source. First cause. Consciousness. First cause. I might have missed one I couldn't hear. Or somebody coughed. First cause. Vibration. First cause. Can you put some more in your mouth first and then tell us? No, I'm kidding. Big Bang? Big Bang. First cause. I like the donuts or whatever that is. Coffee. First cause. Creative thought. First cause. Opening. First cause. Knowing. Yeah. It feels good to even think about this, doesn't it? First cause. For me, when I was in the shower, it said impulse. And then it said divine impulse. Like impulse. And do you know there's a quote that I really love that I think matches this? We're one decision away from a totally different life. Did you know that? You can be one decision away from a totally different life. It might take some time to unfold, but it's the free will we have, right? It keeps us empowered with this divine impulse that we could be and choose a totally different life. And this idea of first cause is also in the teaching symbol as everywhere present, right? Spirit is everywhere present, certainly in the top. It comes down to that subjective mind which we spoke about, which is like our soil, the soil in our consciousness, like what are we really thinking and what are we growing? And then the bottom part is form or body, the body of our affairs, the life that we're living, what we've made manifest, what's demonstrated, how we operate. And another simpler way, so it's spirit, soul, body, and another simpler way, seed, soil, plant. And you can watch all these online because we're not going to have time to go back through everything, but there was some really good stuff, I feel. And I've done this more than 20 years, and I was impressed and I learned. I was like, darn, Like that was some mic drop stuff happening with this simple little pamphlet. And you can go to the back library before you leave and see if any of those books call to you and grab it. Just take it with you. Seed, soil, plant. So it's like, I don't know, you said, how old was Mariah Carey? 17 when she wrote Vision of Love? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? It could be intuition, it could be inspiration, it could be a divine impulse, right? Just like if you guys wanted to write poetry or write a book or create art, it's coming from within yourself, the spirit that lives and resides in you, as you, through you. And so you put the pen to paper, and then you have the talent to sing, and all the rest comes into place, right? Spirit will provide for us. I want us to know this today. Spirit, we already have in our DNA everything we're going to need for us to unlock it. We're like a treasure chest. Whew. But did you notice I had to unlock it? A lot of us keep our treasure chest closed, or if we're members of divinity, we can have a teller card, right? Like a little, do you remember what a teller card is? You used to put it in an ATM machine. Didn't you have to access it and call a number and put a code? We need to access the spirit that is always waiting to impress itself upon us further, as us, in us. We need to set the code. How many people have set their codes? Well, I got at least 3 digits of my 4 digits. Do you remember the code then? You're like, oh, and I forgot the code. So we have to set the codes. Does that make sense? Yeah, we are, like you are spiritual ID. We don't need really a card, but we may create them someday. But Spirit knows you. It created you. It placed every single one of the hairs on your head. And it loves you so much that it wants you to unlock the full potential of your divinity. To me, that's what first cause is. It's paying attention to our divinity. It's unlocking the treasure chest that lies within. And I forgot to say, Judith, your voice, magnificent. Judy, with the crown. Everybody, kiss the ring later. I mean, amazing. It's amazing talent. And that is first cause. However, you know what? Until Judy or Judith came to say, I could sing, we're like, can she? Right? That's how we say, can you? Right? Are you going to sing? You don't have to. It's always optional. But your giving of your gift inspired so many people and the world, because everything that was done is now recorded somehow. We're going to spend a boost, David, to boost it again, like we did before, to let the whole community know what we did here. Spend the same amount of boost and whatever it is. Because we want people to know we are that church that knows what first cause is, and that we're not afraid to use and give our time, our talent, our treasure. We unlock it. Everybody's with me, you got it, right? First cause. So it's the idea that it's kind of a big idea to say, I'm divine. Are you? Let's see how that feels. I am divine. I'm divine. Are you? Yes. Okay. So pass the crown around. Everybody gets to wear it, and you'll be reminded of the divinity that lies within you. So what are you withholding that you may be able to share? That was like, what's that guy, that little mini-me? He goes, Isn't that what movie? I forget the guy, but he's like a little guy, and he goes, Yeah. Austin Powers, and what's the little guy's name? Mini-me. Yeah. So I got a great text from Heidi. She says she has a great idea, and I wasn't excited enough. And I love that even more. Ed loved it even more than I loved it. Because I just go, sometimes I'm busy, I'm working, and I just put K or okay, and she goes, it's more than okay. You're going to, when you hear it, right? It's true, though. And that's how I want I'm saying because I loved it, Ed loved it even more. And I want all of us to live that way, where we're like, hey, that is my first cause coming through me to make something possibly manifest. And I'm excited about it. That's the energetic that we have to have when we do the prayer work to make sure we can demonstrate what it is we're praying about, right? Everybody got me, right? It's perfectly good to be our full entirety of ourselves. Everybody's still with me? Cool. All right, let's see what's in the book. And you're going to get this as a handout. So, I went to the glossary of Science of Mind. It's really good. First cause, that which is the cause of all things, the uncreated from which all creation springs, the cause of all that is manifest on any plane, that which comes first, the first in any creative series. The first cause is both masculine and feminine in its nature and includes the intermediate principle of creative activity. Got it? Does anybody need me to go over any of that again? Okay, I'll try to go one more time. First cause, that which is the cause of all things, the uncreated from which all creation springs, the cause of all that is manifest on any plane, that which comes first, the first in any creative series. The first cause is both masculine and feminine in its nature and includes the intermediate principle of creative activity. Got it now? And there's another place that I pulled it from. From the Science of Mind text, page 63. When you hear the phrase, in the beginning God, in the beginning spirit or intelligence only, no manifest universe, no system of planets, no visible form, nothing but the life principle, God, the spirit had not yet moved upon the waters, then this all being moved or began to create. Where did spirit move? Upon what did it move? From whence came its pattern? What means or power did it employ? Through what agencies did it work? In short, out of what is the world, ourselves included, made of? First cause. Got it? Any questions about it? How did we and all other physical manifestations come into being? Now, if we suppose spirit to be the life principle running through all manifestation, the cause of all, then we must suppose that it has substance within itself. It is self-existent consciousness and also self-existent substance. Spirit makes things out of itself through some inner act upon itself. I'm just going to stop and say that in the text is in all caps. So let's repeat that part again. Spirit makes things out of itself through some inner act upon itself. This inner act must, of course, be an act of consciousness, of self-perception, of self-knowingness. What God knows is. This has been called the Word of God and the self-contemplation of God. Then from the handout that you're going to get, relative first cause means the individual use of the original creative power of the universal mind. And the whole object of Science of Mind is to understand the relationship between the individual and the universal, and to learn how to make conscious use of universal power for personal purpose for oneself and others. Did everybody got it? So there's another word that I love. It's called the absolute. Have you heard that word before? That's also first cause, the absolute. Then it talks a little bit about the use of affirmations and denials for the purpose of clarifying our thought, both conscious and subjective, thus enabling us to get back to first cause and to start a new chain of causation in motion. So that's when, if things aren't working the way we want them in our life, let's say we want to change like where we live, we want divine right housing or divine right transportation or divine romance and relationships or a divine right employment or whatever the category, health, divine health and wholeness, more joy, more grace, more love. If it's not happening in our life, we have to go to weed our garden, which is the subconscious, unconscious, any other plane of consciousness. We don't need to identify where it is, but we do need to weed it out and say, that's not serving me anymore. And then we can use affirmations, which are I am statements, right? I am, like we do some of them here all the time. I am divine, I am whole, I'm complete, I'm the masterpiece of the divine. We did all these already. Today we'll do more. And it's always unconditionally loving. It's always in the very present moment. There's nothing to wait for or do. It's just for your receptivity of it. And then an old school way of teaching, which I like to teach old school because I was trained and taught old school from 1996 to 2000, is the idea that you can also use denials. So I can walk into a hospital room with somebody already ready to almost leave this plane to another plane and see everything hooked up. And before I go in the room, I must train my consciousness and my awareness and the divinity within me to see the wholeness and perfection, the eternal life that is really there before me. So imagine if I went in that space without preparation. I'm not going to say it's easy. Did you never hear me say it's easy, right? And a lot of times I walk out of there and I'm like, the first thing I have to do is take my shirt off because I'm like, wow, right? It's like a lot. There's some things we encounter in life that are almost, they feel like too much. And this is an invitation for us to turn back into first cause or the absolute within us, to the divinity, to remind ourselves through affirmation. I am whole, I am complete, I am perfect. Even now, especially now. How'd that feel? Let's do it. I am whole, I am complete, I am perfect. Even now, especially now. Right, and there's nothing to do except for to feel that. And then breathe into that and move from that awareness of that to do whatever's our tasks, our homework, our tasks at hand, if we're going to do sports. A lot, when we see through the Olympics and all the great, a lot of this comes from vision, comes from visualization, comes from this teaching symbol, comes from the idea that I am more than that. I am more than this. When we look in the mirror, we are way more than what we see in the mirror. You are a spark of divinity. You are actually a divine flame. If you could see yourself, you would see incredible amount of fireworks and flame. It looks like sky or clouds. It is crazy, the truth of your being. I've seen it for myself, about myself. I know it's true about me. I know it's true about you. And can you feel that for yourselves? Yeah, and try to see it. Like next time we say, I wish this, I wish that. I wish, could I be taller? Could I be thinner? Could I be more muscular? Whatever. Could I have less hair, more hair, no hair? What's that? Richer, whatever. Nicer, kinder, more patient. Whatever it is, we call it forth with affirmations. And then, when I was speaking about denials, let's just go back to that loop. So you can then, if you want to state them out loud, proclaim that everything I see is not the truth. And you can label it. Some of us need to label all what we might claim as negative as not true, not so. This illness is not me. Whatever it is. We can proclaim it for ourselves. You can take any diagnosis and turn it into your own spiritual prognosis for your highest and best good. Spirit knows that nothing can be done to us in the flesh because our lives are eternal, we're divine. That's why in the world of the I am, in that land of the I am, it's all, right? It's all like Orange County, white lights in the trees. Everybody can go to South Coast Plaza and Fashion Island and buy everything you want. Go to valet parking. Well, there's, to a lot of people that's ordinary. A lot of people that's boring. And to some people, it's magnificent. It doesn't make anybody better, less than. It doesn't make anybody happier or not. Because the happiness that we find is the wealth that we create. This, I do believe this now, from within. We create a wealth, an abundance of wealth from within. And the more we can give it away in a genuine way, the more it shall be returned unto us. And then there was this idea, a couple scriptures. I don't usually get scripture come to me. And then it was a song lyric. We played it this morning before. Was this song, I'm Changed, Ricky Byers. Play it for yourself. I'm Changed, Ricky Byers. It's on M. To me, it's first cause. It said, I'm changed. God is first in my life, second to none. There's a majesty about me. Something's changed in me. That's why we come to spiritual centers. That's why we read a book. That's why we listen to music. It's why we go to a play. It's why we read a poem. I can stand whatever this old world can bring because I'm rooted in the Spirit. And when you're born in the Spirit, you're made so brand new, and all the time you've wasted is given back to you. It's a song lyric. To me, it crushed me open like if I was a pecan or some kind of a nut and you opened me with the shell. All my pieces were laying on the ground. When I first heard this many years ago, I would just weep. I would just weep in my chair. I didn't care if anybody came near me. I hope they didn't. And we want to have those moments where we weep because sometimes we can never forgive ourselves for all the time we feel we wasted, all the mistakes that we feel we made, all the times we weren't our best, kindest, most patient, most loving, most gracious selves. That's a lot that I just said in one sentence to expect of anybody, including me, including any of us. Time to pass the crown now. Pass it when you're ready to the next person willing to wear it. All the time you've wasted is given back to you. Now, I want to believe that. I actually did believe it as I was going through all the training. And then there's got to be a scripture, if somebody knows it, it's about locusts, right? Something that the locusts have eaten. There's a scripture as well with that same idea. But the main thing that I got from it was when you can take charge of your spiritual path, your spiritual healing, your spiritual awareness, and you can continue to grow the spiritual muscles. It's a muscle. It's a belief. And it's an inner strength that we build so that anything that's put in front of us, we can go to our affirmations, we can go to our denials about what's happening, and we can recreate. We do have the power to change our entire life with one decision. And then sometimes when it's a big decision, I like to check it. And even sometimes when we're doing the meditations, I tell a lot of you this, I check it before I speak the next words. I check it. Is that the best way to phrase it? Is that the right word? Do I want to change anything? Because sometimes nothing is better than the silence that we're in. And it's all Spirit working in us, as us, and through us. So out of the personal lessons, you're going to get these as a handout. 1, I must watch very carefully to see whether or not I believe that my good is depending on any circumstance, either in the past, present, or future. 2, I must know that my decisions are molded by an infinite intelligence and that once I have created a clear thought pattern of acceptance, something definite is happening in the invisible realm. 3, I must never be afraid to use this law and must relieve myself of all anxiety as to whether or not it, that's capital I, will work. I must remember that since it is a law, it cannot help responding. My endeavor then is not so much one of impressing the universal mind. In fact, it is not this at all. My whole endeavor is to create a belief within myself which permits the law to work in a new way for me. I must be willing to work patiently until my own subjective thought patterns are transformed. I can easily tell when I'm doing this by watching the reaction of my own thought. For when it is completely free of anxiety, fear, and doubt, and when it has absolute reliance upon the law, then I am certain to obtain the desired result. This is entirely a question of dealing with the principle and dealing with it directly in my own thought. This is the thing I must continuously keep in mind. And then it has a scripture idea. They that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, with a capital A. I must hide away my ideas in divine mind, knowing that there is no circumstance, past, present, or future, which can, even to the slightest degree, impede, impair, or hinder my demonstration. So let's say that out loud together. I'll try to figure that out as an affirmation. I hide away my ideas in divine mind. I know that there is no circumstance, past, present, or future, even to the slightest degree, that can impede, that could impair, or could hinder my immediate demonstration. I have to be done. Everybody feels kind of like, we feel like the perfect chocolate chip cookie that came out of the oven. Whether you like them soft or crispy, that's how it feels up here. I'm not sure I can add anything. Let me just see. Can you feel it? Oh, I do have a reading that I'll close with, and two scriptures. One, I'm going to borrow from Ava's blog. If you have not read Ava's blog yet, please do. I think you're up to number 7, 8, 9, or 10. 10 blogs from Ava. That's first cause. That's the absolute. I asked Ava, do you want to speak on a Sunday? Oh, no. And then it took time, and in the contemplation, my gift is writing. And now we have 10 blogs to share with the entire world. Isn't that beautiful? So from 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 17, rejoice always, pray continually. And in science and mind terms, we call it prayer without ceasing. And you know what? Now that I know you can play the theme from I Dream of Jeannie, I think after we're done speaking, is that from Quando with the Italian? You play the entire theme on flute from I Dream of Jeannie.
Right.
Can you bring your flute another time?
Of course.
We'll do that? Oh my gosh, because I'm going to come out of a genie bottle and everybody's going to do that too.
But will you have a bare midriff?
Yes. I'm working on that right now. Okay, and from this is the, if you want to allow the outer eyes to close, this is the closing reading. It was posted on Facebook by L.R. Knost with a K, K-N-O-S-T. Tell your story. Shout it. Write it. Whisper it if you have to, but tell it. Some won't understand it. Some will outright reject it, but many will thank you for it. And then the most magical thing will happen. One by one, voices will start whispering, me too. And your tribe will gather, and you will never feel alone again. Okay, love you guys. We're gonna get that flute. If you haven't seen this yet online, you got to watch what happened here last night. Isn't that good? We're gonna do that maybe in November, December. We'll go back to the 70s shows and find the spiritual principles in the shows that we grew up with. And you guys can still watch it on some of the TV Land shows if you have that thing. You got to look up what I Dream of Jeannie is. Okay? So, What else? Offering. It's time for the
Yes,
offering.
offering.
I wanted to let you know it's not too late to give for the Ukraine fundraiser, that clear acrylic box. There's also a link online. And if you'd like to give, I'm asking everybody within the sound of my voice to give even more toward that, because we're going to send the funds in just a few days. So it's our time of conscious giving. I invite you to take your tithes and your gifts and your offerings. We're going to bless them. And then if you can stretch and give more, we're going to go to Ukraine for today in the acrylic box and online. You can just mark your donations to go to that fund, and we'll make sure it's received. It goes to our 2 sister churches in Ukraine for them to continue their spiritual work. And we welcome you in, Ms. Wilkerson Christie. Loving you. So let's take our tithes and our gifts and our offerings. We're going to bless them together. We say the affirmations only if you believe them. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so on and so forth. And so it is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. And thank you for believing. Thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And so I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands in love toward the offerings received. Know that they are sufficient. Continue the great work of this center. 70 plus years old, looking pretty good for 70, right? Yeah, we're gonna need some kind of tuck-in things pretty soon, but a little bit of injections here and there, and maybe a new driveway or a new roof. Whoever may paint, right? A little foundation. So let's bless this stuff. Know that it continues to come in all week. It's amazing that it does. It actually does. Can you feel it? Let's stand on the rock of truth, knowing it's true. And so in the first cause, we're going to proclaim it as absolute. You with me? Together we say, and so it is. All right, and now you're going to do the announcements. Eileen, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for your patience. Stay afterward. Make sure you meet April. Make sure you meet the entire family over here. It's our job.
Okay, we have a few announcements here for you. First and foremost, a huge thank you to everyone who attended the Gilman and Friends concert fundraiser for Ukraine last night. It was absolutely spectacular. I think it's one of the best concerts we have ever had. It was amazing, and one of the great, wonderful discoveries we had last night was the voice of our very own Judy. Absolutely sang beautifully for us. And she reminded me that I have determined in my next life that I am going to be a lounge singer in a mystical cocktail lounge that you can only enter by clicking your heels 3 times. And you see before you now, right now, the queen, and I am the queen of everything. And that is today, but previously to today, I was the princess of quite a lot. And, you know, that still holds true. So anyway, you may continue, of course, donating to Ukraine and to our beautiful center so that we can continue everything that we do here, everything that you love, we can continue to do that. And let me see now, the Divine Feminine Circle happens here every first Monday of the month, right in our sanctuary, and that is headed up by Barbara Jean Yankee and Susie Ammons. And it is a wonderful, wonderful experience for the women, for the ladies of our church. Stay with us after service for potluck, snacks, and fellowship time. And quite briefly, I want to say that I am leaving on an extended vacation. I will be gone 3 weeks, maybe 4 if the money holds out. You know how that goes. And one of the very first and most important things that I'm doing is taking my mom, her ashes, home to Spring Valley, Minnesota, to be buried next to Dad. And she passed away in 21, so he's been patiently waiting for her. So next Sunday, I will be at that burial for Mom. And I have a little memorial brochure that I printed out for her, and I'd like you to take a look at it. It's back there. You can see how beautiful my mom is, I'm telling you. Stay with us for after service for snacks and fellowship time, and you are invited to stand if you are able and wish to do so for the closing song as the ushers open up the back double doors. Thank you all so much for being here. Love you dearly.
May I follow on with an announcement? Could I have the reverb off for a second, David? This is Oktoberfest season, and Halloween and Day of the Dead is coming up, and so I'll be doing an Oktoberfest mashup of those holidays. That'll be the last Sunday of this month. But those of you who were here last year for the Oktoberfest, the very first one in the history of the universe, will remember there were 2 songs that I performed. They were all brand new. I've since recorded them. I've also made music videos for them. They drop on Tuesday, October 1st. Everywhere, YouTube, Apple Music, all the places, Amazon, all that stuff. So we'll also, bring those out for the Oktoberfest service. Not at the moment. If you ask nice.
We'll take a vote later. So you're going to be speaking. Al's going to be speaking the last Sunday of October as well as the music.
Right. Here we go. Last song. Here we go. Everybody stand up. I used to think, shake your things. I'll always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. It's gone away. Ain't here anymore. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. Loving with my heart